Hello everybody, my name is Kiffany Kelly. And imagine growing up in a country where drinking out of the wrong water fountain might get you thrown into jail. Yes, drinking out of the wrong water fountain. Where a man might have the very same job as his neighbor, but yet just because of his skin color or race, he doesn't get paid near as much as the other man. Or where the government told you that your ancestors that are their ways of living were wrong and savage, not even human. Growing up in South Africa under the apartheid system of government meant these things, and worse, were part of your everyday life. Who is this man that had to live through all of this and was actively involved in the anti-apartheid movement in his 20s? Nelson Mandela was this man. He directed a campaign of peaceful, nonviolent defiance against the South African government and its racist policies. Because of Nelson Mandela's participation in the 1952 Defiance Campaign and the 1955 Congress of People, Mandela founded the law firm Mandela and Tambo, which was one of his partners who was in law. This law firm provided free and low-cost counsel to unrepresented blacks. This gave blacks a chance to have some of the same rights as whites did, like get to provide lawyers, get a fair trial, and just pretty much those things. Mandela's actions of peace to end apartheid included three main events that occurred during his early life that led to his success. First, in 1956, when Mandela and 150 others were arrested and charged with treason, which led to Mandela to go beyond his beliefs, which his beliefs were peace, to bring peace, not to have violence or anything that could lead to violence. Mandela and the others were charged for treason for their political advocacy. During this event, Africanists soon broke away to form the Pan-Africanist Congress, which affected the ANC in a negative way. In 1961, Mandela began to believe that armed struggle was the only way to achieve change, which this definitely went beyond his beliefs and definitely surpassed the peaceful thought. This was a shock to most because Mandela was formally committed to nonviolent process and protests. In 1961, Mandela orchestrated a 3-day national workers' strike. This is the second event that occurred. This led to Mandela's arrest for leading the strike the following year. He was sentenced to 5 years to prison for leading the strike. He was then brought to trial again in 1963. Him and 10 other ANC leaders were sentenced to life in prison for political offenses which included sabotage. The third and final event that concluded this was in 1990. After 27 years of imprisonment, Nelson Mandela was freed. His release marked the beginning of the end of apartheid. After less than 5 years after he was released, Mandela was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize and elected president of South Africa. Now, if you can tell, this was a big deal, and without all these, he may have not have became that and may have had prison in life. And people today may not have as much rights as they do now, and that's all because of Nelson Mandela. So, in conclusion, today, thanks to self-sacrifice of Nelson Mandela, apartheid has been outlawed. Everyone in South Africa now has an equal opportunity at home and at work to live comfortable, productive lives. Nelson Mandela is one of the world's true freedom fighters, and his life and personal triumphs will be remembered long after the world has forgotten the evils of apartheid. So to recap on the three events that Mandela's actions of peace and to end apartheid included were 1. In 1956, when Mandela and 150 others were arrested and charged with treason, which led Mandela to beyond his beliefs, which again, his beliefs were to find peace and to fight in nonviolent ways. His second event, in 1961, Mandela orchestrated a 3-day national workers' strike. And his third and final event was in 1990, after 27 years of imprisonment, Nelson Mandela was freed. Now, unfortunately, Nelson Mandela is currently on his deathbed and very sick, and this is a great shock to everybody because Nelson Mandela was a great man and he did amazing things and sacrificed himself to give rights to his people. And without him, South Africa would be probably a whole different place right now. And unfortunately, right now, he's just not in good shape. But hopefully he will get better and be able to fight again, but for now, Nelson Mandela was a great man, and he deserves to be praised long after he's gone. Thank you.